Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. I'm Anthony from Pittsburgh Fit, and I'm gonna take you through today's HIIT at home strength workout. We're gonna start with our triplets of warm up. Our first triplet is squat jumps, push-ups, and sit-ups. So Jessi's gonna face me, we're gonna do some squat jumps. She's gonna drop down below parallel into her squat, stand up and get a little hop. She's got 5 reps with a little jump. Then after her 5th rep, she's gonna swing her arms back behind her at the bottom of a squat, swing them up, reach up nice and high to try and jump as high as she can. Be careful you don't hit your head on the ceiling because I know you guys have some pretty good jumps in you. Now, our next exercise is gonna be 10 push-ups. Jess is gonna come down to a push-up position. We're gonna do things a little bit different today. So we're gonna drop all the way down to the floor. Make sure your chest is the first thing that hits the ground. Your hips should not be in contact with the floor. Now, from here, she's gonna squeeze her shoulder blades together and just lift her hands up from the ground just a little. Notice that her hands aren't flashing up, right? We don't want them to come forward. We want them nice and tight here. Now, she's gonna put her hands back on the ground and push her body up nice and fast. So we're gonna have her do 3 while we watch. So her body stays nice and straight, her hips and thighs stay off the ground, her hands come up just a little from the work in between her shoulder blades. 10 reps of those, and then we're gonna roll right onto your back for our sit-ups. We're gonna start with our hands stretched nice and far up and over your head. We're gonna reach the right hand towards the left toe. So she's gonna sit up, reach across her body, come in contact with her legs totally straight, then go back down to the ground. Left hand to right leg, then right hand to left leg. We're gonna do 5 on each side, or 10 reps in total. Now, we're gonna move on to the second triplet. We're gonna take our hands, we're gonna put them behind our head. I want you to flare those elbows out nice and far. So this is gonna help keep our upper back as well as our lower back in position. Her feet are straight, her knees are slightly bent. She's gonna drop her chest down like she's bowing. Her knees are back and stiff. Drop down to the bottom for me. You can see how little her knees are bent, but they are bent. That's the key word. From here, she's just gonna snap it up nice and tall, and the whole time she's gonna focus on keeping those elbows pinned back nice and tight. Our next exercise is a single leg bunny hop. So she's gonna take her elbows, put them in a jump rope position. We're gonna use your imagination here. She's gonna pick one foot up off the ground and get some bunny hops. We have 10 reps. You can start small or make them harder and go a little bit higher. Then immediately switching over to 10 on the other leg. We're gonna try and keep yourself in the same spot. Try not to jump all the way around the floor. Keep it nice and tight under control. If the single leg is bothering you or it's a little bit too difficult, to make it easier, we're just gonna pull our feet together and do it with both legs. Now our last exercise in the warm-up is gonna be a burpee. I'm gonna take you through it step by step so we make these as efficient as possible. So Jess's feet are apart. Her hands are gonna go all the way down to the floor. Her palms are nice and flat. The closer we can keep her hands and her feet, the better. So where her hands are is okay. I want her to move them back even further. Her knees are bent, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Her hips are up nice and high. From here, she's gonna kick back with those feet apart, and then she's gonna drop her knees down to the floor. We don't wanna spend any time in that plank position. We wanna make sure that you kick back and go right down to a quadruped stance to make it easier on your arms. Now, from here, she's gonna do the worm. I'm gonna have her over-exaggerate. She's gonna drop her hips down to the floor. Her arms are still straight until her hips touch, then her chest drops all the way down. Do not take a deep breath here. This is not a good spot for you to recover or get air into your lungs. It's a really compressed position and you're not vertical, making it hard to recover. So from here, she's gonna press her chest up first, worm it up, snap right to her knees. She's gonna leave her knees on the ground. This is gonna be our stable recovery position. From here, she's gonna hop up, her palms stay flat, her hips are nice and high, most of the weight's on her feet. Then from here, she's just gonna stand up and tap her hands. If you're gonna breathe between reps, which you should, here is where you go, hold it, do your burpee, and then do another breath. So we're gonna have her do it a little bit quicker. So hands down, feet back, knees down right away, and her chest drops. Really make sure you hit those knees on the ground. Then snake right back up to your knees, pop right in, and stand up. All right, now we're done the warm-up. It's time to move on to the strength portion. We have a 10-minute EMOM working on strength. So that means every minute on the minute, we're gonna alternate between 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Your first exercise is gonna be 12 double dumbbell or single dumbbell front squats. So we're gonna hold these dumbbells up on our shoulders. I want you to take a look at this position. So the dumbbell is resting on her shoulders so she could release her hands. She doesn't have to grip. Point your fingers up towards the ceiling for me. The elbows are gonna be in nice and tight, and those dumbbells should kind of relax. It's normal to move that hand towards the back half of the dumbbell so that it's resting on the shoulder. I don't wanna see those dumbbells here hanging off the back of your shoulder. I want them resting nice and easy. So most of the weight is on your arm, on your shoulder, and not in your hand. So from here, she's just gonna lower herself down nice and easy to the bottom of a squat and pop right back up. There's no real tempo, but we want you to move through controlled. Ideally, we pick a weight that's heavy for a challenging set of 12. After she finishes her 12th rep, those dumbbells can go down to the floor. At the start of the second minute, you have two options. We're gonna do 40 seconds of work. You can either grab a jump rope and do double unders, or you can do mountain climbers. If you have a jump rope and you have the space, we want to take those bunny hops and put them in control. So we're going to go into that same exact position. Palms are turned slightly up, elbows are tucked tight into the body, feet are together, and we're just going to start jumping. So she's doing double unders. So that means she's going to let that rope pass over her 2 times between each jump. 1 jump, 2 turns of the rope. If the double unders are a little bit hard for you, you're more than welcome to go to 40 seconds of single unders. Good, and if you want to make things really challenging, you can do 40 seconds of triple unders. Let's see a triple under attempt. It looks like a big jump, and we have 3 passes of the rope underneath her feet. Ideally, we pick a variation that you can jump for at least 15 seconds consistently without getting caught. If you don't have a jump rope, we're just gonna put those hands down to the floor in that position that we did like a burpee. We're gonna do mountain climbers. What I want in this position is her shoulders are forward in front of her hands and her hips are gonna be up a little bit higher. She's gonna try and break the plane between her arms with her knee. From there, she's just gonna switch both feet at the same time, where both feet are never touching the ground at the same time. So go ahead and go nice and quick. So we have 40 seconds of mountain climbers or 40 seconds of jump rope. So after the end of the 10 minutes, you'll have done each exercise 5 times, alternating between the 2. Now it's moving on to workout time. We have 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 air squats, sit-ups, and double dumbbell kettlebell swings in a Russian style. So we already did a bunch of air squats today, so I'm gonna have Jess do 10 fast air squats for you. Her arms are gonna stay nice and tight into the body, doing as little extraneous movement as possible. One of the things that I like to do as a strategy is she's gonna finish 10, then she's just gonna do a quarter turn, and then do 10 more. Then do a quarter turn, 10 more. That quarter turn, thank you, is enough to help you relax a little bit, give you a little bit of a break, and it helps me count. I do 10, then it's 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I'm done. That little break is just enough for me to feel like I can keep pushing without having to slow down. Then we're gonna go right into 50 sit-ups. Now, we're gonna keep that reaching across the body. We're gonna keep the legs straight as well. You're more than welcome to put an ab mat under your back if you like. If you don't have one, you can roll up a sweatshirt and put it under there. But the idea is you touch the floor over your head and you touch that opposite foot for a total of 50 reps. Now, the last exercise is going to be a double dumbbell Russian swing. So she's gonna grab onto these dumbbells. She's gonna squeeze them together and make a pseudo handle, right? So from here, she's gonna bend her knees slightly and do Russian swings. So we're gonna swing up to about chin height, no higher. The arms should stay totally straight. The knees should not move forward at all. So come to the bottom and pause for me. So what I want to see is those knees are pushed back almost as far as they can go without being straight. Those dumbbells go between the legs, and then when you stand up, it's nice and aggressive, comes up to chin height. Now, what we're trying to avoid is give me a squat position, let those knees track forward. We don't want to get to this position with the chest up nice and tall, so our focus is going to keep those knees driving back as we work to really get the glutes and the hamstrings involved. Give me a couple quick reps. Good, so these should move by really quick. Make sure you stand up more, all the way. You should almost lean back at the top of that rep, just a hair to get that true full hip extension relaxed. So you have 50 air squats, 50 sit-ups, 50 Russian swings, 40, 40, 40, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20, 10, 10, and 10. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.